Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're embarking on a really fascinating journey back in time. We're going to explore an ancient and honestly surprisingly detailed list of the human body's components. Our source for this is a text called Khuddakapāṭha Dvattiṃsākāro.
Yeah, often translated as the 32 parts, or sometimes just Dvattiṃsākāro.
Exactly. Okay, let's unpack this.
Uh,
Our mission today is to really go through this ancient list piece by piece. We want to uncover what surprising things it contains and maybe think about what it reveals, about how ancient cultures categorized, us, our physical selves. And as we go through it, pay attention to what's included and maybe what isn't. Because that title, the 32 parts, there might be a little twist there.
What's fascinating here is this isn't just some vague philosophical idea about the body. The Khuddakapāṭha, it gives us this remarkably systematic, really granular list of parts. It's like a window, a very clear window into an anatomical view from way back.
Almost like an inventory.
Exactly, a biological inventory. That's a good way to put it.
Okay, so it begins, I suppose, with the basics, the foundations. What jumps out at you about their starting point?
Well, it starts with masa, that's flesh, muscle, basically. Then haru, which are the sinews or tendons. And of course, aye, bones.
Right, the framework.
The absolute framework, the scaffolding. But what's really noteworthy, I think, is the precision, distinguishing haru, the tendons, from isa, the muscle.
Yeah.
It suggests, a pretty keen observational understanding of how muscles and tendons work together, even without modern dissection tools.
That precision is striking. Tendons from muscle, and you mentioned bone marrow, too.
Yes, bone marrow.
Wow. It really speaks volumes about how closely they were looking, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So moving sort of deeper inside, what organs come up first?
So right from that framework, it dives into what we'd consider vital organs. You get vaka, the kidney, then hadai, the heart, and kind of the liver.
Okay, the big players.
Definitely recognized as central. And the list keeps going. Kilamakaya, which is interesting, it refers to the pleura, the membranes inside,
Okay.
and pihake, the spleen, and naturally, paphsa, the lungs are in there too.
All pretty essential internal bits, clearly identified.
Right.
And then there's something that feels incredibly specific for an ancient text, matoke mataluganti,
Yeah.
which translates quite precisely as brain or maybe brain matter in the head, not just head, but the stuff inside.
Exactly. That's a very clear identification of the brain as, a distinct part.
It really highlights a level of anatomical distinction that might, surprise us.
Absolutely. It's not just the big structures, but even the contents within those structures. It's quite detailed.
Okay, so we've got the solid structures, the key organs, but the list doesn't just stop there, does it?
Not at all.
Here's where it gets really interesting, I think. It broadens out. It starts talking about the intestinal system and even waste products quite directly.
Exactly right. So then we encounter antakka, that's the intestines, and antakukam. Now this covers things like the mesentery or even just the contents of the intestines. It shows a very sort of holistic view of digestion.
Not just the two itself, but what's associated with it.
Precisely.
And then, okay, this is maybe the part that feels most surprising to a modern ear. It explicitly includes udarya, stomach or maybe stomach contents.
That's the understanding, yes. Stomach or contents.
And charisate, feces.
Feces, yes.
Now you wouldn't see that on a modern Grey's Anatomy chart, would you? Listing feces as a fundamental part of the body.
You absolutely wouldn't.
What does that tell us? About their worldview. That bodily waste was considered intrinsic, part of the system.
This raises an important question. I think it suggests a really comprehensive, almost non-judgmental approach. It's quite different from how modern science tends to categorize waste as something separate, something expelled from the body. Here, it seems like it's just part of the whole physical reality. It wasn't about what's pleasant or unpleasant.
Just about completeness.
Completeness. Acknowledging everything that makes up the physical self from the moment something goes in to the moment it comes out.
That's a powerful way to look at it. A very unvarnished view of the body.
Very.
And this thoroughness, this non-judgmental quality, it continues as they move from solids and waste into, fluids and secretions, which actually make up a big chunk of the list.
Yes, they do. The list is very extensive when it comes to fluids. It includes pitta, which is bile, and samha, phlegm.
Right. Humor's often central to ancient medicine.
Exactly. Key components in their understanding.
And then it gets really visceral. Everyday fluids. We've got pubopus.
Pus, yes.
And lohadla blood, cedo, sweat. Imagine listing pus inside the heart and lungs.
It gives you a very real-world, almost lived experience sense of the body, doesn't it? Not idealized at all.
Not at all. And
No.
it keeps going.
Oh, yes. It continues with medo, which is fat, asu tears, and vasa, which could be grease or perhaps lymphatic fluid.
Lymphatic fluid. Interesting. The level of detail in cataloging these things that are sometimes transient, sometimes, frankly, unpleasant. It's remarkable.
It really is.
And the precision doesn't stop.
Yeah.
Kilosaliva, siganika, snot, mucus.
No, or mucus, yes.
Yes.
Siganika. And lasica, which again points towards lymphatic fluid, perhaps synovial fluid in the joints.
So snot in the ears, pus and feces. This is definitely not a romanticized picture of the human form.
Absolutely not.
What's the deeper point, do you think, of cataloging even these, often overlooked elements so meticulously?
Well, I think it speaks to a profound focus on the material, on everything the body is in its actual physical manifestation.
Yeah.
Like you said, it's not a list of ideals, it's a list of observed reality, what you actually find. It might also hint at an understanding maybe that all these components, even the waste, are part of the ongoing processes, the metabolism that defines being alive. It's the whole picture.
The complete picture.
Right. And just to round out the fluids, the last one listed is mata, urine.
Urine. Okay. So we've gone through quite a list there.
We have.
So what does this all mean for you, listening to this deep dive into the 32 parts?
Right.
It really offers a unique glimpse, doesn't it, into how the human body was systematically broken down, categorized in an ancient context. It's a remarkably internal view.
Yeah.
And very material. Focused squarely on what the body is made of, right down to fluids and waste. It feels quite different from a modern anatomical chart, I have to say.
Oh, very different. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, this incredibly detailed list, specifically from the Khuddakapāṭha, it tells us something pretty profound, I think, about ancient understanding, ancient curiosity about the physical self. This kind of meticulous cataloging, it reflects a particular way of seeing existence, one that really grounds understanding in the tangible, the observable, the internal stuff of being. And it embraces the body in its entirety, kind of without judgment, which is quite striking.
Yeah.
And this leaves us with a really provocative thought to mull over. The source, the title, clearly states the 32 parts, Dvattiṃsākāro.
Right. Yet, as we just carefully went through the text, the actual enumeration, we counted 27 distinct items.
Lasatamata
27.
27, not 32.
So what could be the deeper significance there? What are the implications of this specific number mismatch? And why these 27 inclusions? What does this invite you, the listener, to ponder about? Well, about completeness, about perception, not just of the body maybe, but of knowledge itself, something to think about.